G'day guys, what's cracking? It's Ralph Mayhew here, and I couldn't resist DJI. if you track back through some of my videos about the Osmo Action, you will see my frustration that when they brought out the 2, I was like, total fizzer, I'm not even going to buy it. And I didn't buy it because I was so disappointed in it. And they heard, they listened to me, they watched all my videos. They don't have a clue who I am. Anyway, they've got their act together, and they've come up with a new Osmo Action 3. Now, I have done myself the favour of not watching any other videos about this. It's only been available in Australia through JB Hi-Fi for literally like a couple of days, which was very frustrating for me because it came out everywhere else, and there's a few Aussies that got it because DJI sent it to them, but I couldn't find one for the life of me anyway, and I have one now, and I thought I would unbox it with you and share my first impressions. Now, the video specs on this are 4K at 120 frames a second, which is really, really good. I would have liked to have seen 240 frames a second, but I understand, that's totally fine. But it beats the 60 frames a second of the 4K on the Osmo Action 1, but we'll do a full comparison video in due course. If you want to see that, put a comment in the comment section below, as opposed to any other section that you'd put it on. Here we go. So it comes in this nice little box. It's waterproof to 16 meters, has time-lapse mode from half a second up to 30 seconds, has a maximum ISO of 12,800, woo, is 145 grams, has a 1/1.7 sensor, shoots at 155 degrees, and has a maximum video processing rate of 130 megabytes per second. That's very quick, which means very good quality. Also sports the Rocksteady 3, which, if you're familiar with the channel, it should be called what? Rock Solid. You're welcome. And to sort out all the other stabilizing issues you may have, it has horizon balancing and horizon steady, but we'll get into that in due course. And here it is. That's how it comes. Camera, and then a box of treats, box of goodies. Don't fall everywhere, including a battery. Didn't do that very well. Okay, so we have a battery that has the pull tab that is accustomed to the GoPro genre of camera. Comes with this little cable, means I can go USB-C to USB-C. Come on, very happy about that. Instructions. Oh, a suction mount, a magnetism, a sticky mount. Perhaps not so as sticky as it used to be. And a mounting clip. We'll get to that in just a sec. You look through all the unexciting things in anticipation for the most exciting thing. Oh, it's a rubber ring and a case that goes, it opens up like this, just this much, and you slide your camera in. Let's have a look at the camera, shall we? All right, here it is in your classic DJI packaging. Oh, front touchscreen, folks. Rear touchscreen that's about the same size as the last one, but front touchscreen that looks a little bit bigger. Listen. You heard it first, right here. Lens cover that it can't screw off. Can it screw off? It can screw off. Because I was thinking, I wonder if this fits on the other one. But again, you have to wait to the comparison video. And I was thinking, I wonder how they're going to attach filters to it. But I'm going to reach out to some people and see if I can get some filters to show you. All right, standard shutter button on the top and power button on the side. And we've got a different mounting system. Oh, DJI, you've created your own mounting system. So this is an example of this mounting. It's magnetic. I love being surprised by stuff. It's magnetic. Oh, could do that cool like click movie like. It's got a bit of bite to it too. Well, it does have a bite. You see these little magnetized clamps? Oh, that's very exciting. See, what's really cool about this now, because it magnetizes on and then it locks in. So unless you disable the locking mechanism, it stays locked in. And if I pull this out, I can now mount that on anything I like. And so I just carry this around. Now let's put it in the case that comes with it and see what that looks. I always find lining up the shutter buttons is the best way to know which way to put it in the case. So I've unlocked it. I just push it in there and then I pull this down. That's nice and handy, isn't it? It's got the magnetic mount just here. Whack that on. Oh, if you go around the wrong way, it's got... And that's locked in. Oh, Wow, that's really good. The other thing this camera does is it does vertical shooting as well as horizontal shooting. Now the other one did that, but I think it moves everything to a horizontal orientation for you, so you can quite easily make the most of shooting horizontal. It doesn't though. It does. Oh, and look, there's on the case, you can mount it horizontally. You can mount it horizontally. Clever stuff. It makes me smile. Makes me smile. It's more clever than I am, because I'll be like, I'll be so excited about it, and then afterwards be like, should have done this, should have done that. I guess that's why you have a quality control department that we don't have on this channel, which you'd know if you've watched it for any length of time. Thanks for watching. It's just one disaster after another, but we get to share it together, which is the cool bit. If I need to get the battery out, how do I do that? Oh, so you push the button down, it flips the door up. The door is magnetic. We drop the battery in, fits nicely. That's so much better than the last thing. Oh, that's so easy. Ah, I love it. Oh, DJI, well done. What's that? Oh, that's the memory slot that goes in that easy slot in and out. And if we put it in the case, I think you've got to put it in kind of flat and can't access the battery, so you'd have to take it out of the case for the battery. There it is, folks. Now this came bouncing out of the box. If you know what this does, tell me. Maybe it goes on it seems way small for the lens. Look how tiny it is compared to the lens. Let's turn it on. Hold down the button. It's a grey screen. Here it comes. English. Yes, please. Tap to check battery level. 36%. Very nice. Oh, wow. So 1080p, it can shoot up to 240 frames a second. 2.7, it can shoot up to 120. 4K, it can shoot up to 120. If I scroll to the right, it shoot video and stills. Now, one of the challenges with stills on the old Osmo Action, the very first one, you could shoot up to 120 seconds you could open the shutter for. On this, you can only open it for 30 seconds. So that's a real disappointment, because 120 seconds allowed you to do some really cool creative things that we've done on this channel. But with 30 seconds, yeah, you are limited with the stills. It's still 12 megapixels, so it would have been good to see a bit more, like have a 24 megapixel option. Well, it should be possible with that sensor size, I would have thought, but you should get greater quality 12 megapixel photographs out of this than you do out of the one, because it's the largest sensor. See, it's all about the sensor size rather than the megapixels. Too many megapixels on a small sensor makes it noisy and messy, but less megapixels on a bigger sensor actually works in your favor. So maybe we have favor working for us. And finally, before I sign off, go play with this and make another video about it, the battery life in this should go, if filmed, what are they filming on? I think they took the battery and they shot it constantly at 1080p for 30 frames a second, and they got 160 minutes out of this, as opposed to the one where they got 90 minutes out of it. So you should be able to use this for a great deal longer. The battery has more power, is a different shape, so your old batteries won't work on it. But if you have other questions about this camera, put it in the comments below, because another video is coming where I'm going to explain all the things about how this compares to the other. And let me just... oh, look at that. Swipe to unlock screen. So you can lock the front screen. There's so many cool things about this camera. And I was a little bit underwhelmed when I just saw some of the ads and stuff about it. Like, yeah. And then I thought, oh, look, I'll be ridiculous. I'll buy one. I know you'll appreciate it. And here we are again. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you'd like to subscribe, that would be epic. And give us a thumbs up. And check out the other links underneath. They're kind of interesting, some of them. Yeah, some of them are just bore you to tears, so just skip over them, go to the fun ones. See ya. It has horizon leveling, and to sort out all the other stabilizing problems you may have, it has horizon balancing and steady. Which is USB-C 3 to USB-C. USB-C to USB-C. Yeah, that's right.